I'm at a park not too far from our house, and it's a beautiful morning. And earlier I read and continue to read in the book of Proverbs, most of it written by King Solomon. And he's just given us nugget upon nugget of godly wisdom, ways to live that glorify God. And I love a verse that speaks to this idea of guarding our hearts. Let me read it and then I'll address it briefly. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23 says this: "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Now, when King Solomon says to guard our hearts, he really means to guard our thoughts, our feelings, our desires, our will, the choices that we make. And I love this because the Bible tells us that our thoughts will eventually dictate who we become. The things we focus on, the things we take in and ingest will become who we are. So King Solomon says you need to guard that. Guard it. Protect your heart. Take in the things that will glorify God. Protect your heart from the things that will distract you, that might lead you into a path of sin. In the New Testament, the Apostle Paul tells us to take every thought captive so that it conforms to the will of God. Paul's saying, listen, you're going to have all kinds of thoughts. With God's help, you need to take those captive so that they can conform to the will of God. And when you have a thought that's sinful, that might lead you astray, you take it captive, you confess it to God, and you begin to see your life conforming more and more to the will of God. So I want to challenge us this week. What does it look like for you? What does it look like for me to guard our hearts above all else we do? Because out of that place, our desires and will flow. So let's take in the good stuff. Let's digest those things that will guide us towards the will of God. And let's take captive those things that might lead us astray. And lay those at the foot of the cross so that in our lives, our actions, our words will glorify God. So that's my calling for us this week. God bless you. Can't wait till we get together again, and we'll see you again soon.